What do we have here? Another Kizer. I love the Kizers, man. They do good stuff. This one is the Gemini. This is like a classic Kizer. One of their older designs. I got to look it up and see how old it is. I'm not sure. But I remember when I first started getting into these, cool knives, it was already been around for a while. So I'm going to guess, it's been out at least 6-7 years, something like that. But I could be wrong, but we'll look into it and find out. I'll put any info up here about when it first came out. I'm not sure if the carbon fiber variant was, part of the original releases of these or not. I bet it was probably G10 at first. Although they might have had the titanium one out then too, but I know they have it in titanium now. They have it in G10, they have it in micarta. This one was kind of a special deal. I'm trying to remember where. This is a friend's. He's letting me use it to review. I'm trying to remember where he got it. An online knife store, of course. Well, I'll put it up here again. We'll put it up here, and it was like $105. It's kind of a crazy deal. I mean, it's S35VN, steel liners under really nice, pretty carbon fiber. That carbon fiber is just like kind of reflective and sparkly in the light. Just looks really nice. It's not quite drop shutty, but man, it's really close. Really good action. The detent is, I would say it's a little on the lighter side, but yeah, you're still not going to fail it unless you really try. I'm pressing it really easy. And you can light switch it or push button it. So light switch, you'd kind of call this motion. And then push button's more like straight in. So either way works great because the detent's so light. Man, if it had a thumb stud, which my friend says he wants to put in, that would be cool. It would be a great thumb flipper and reverse flicker too. But as it is, it's really a great knife. Titanium milled pocket clip. The liners are inset so you can't see them. One of the few things I noticed that's kind of a fit and finish issue. I mean, it's not much of one because why are you poking your fingers in here anyway, but that inside edge is a little sharp. Not a big deal at all because the only time you're going to be poking your fingers in there is when you're intentionally feeling to see if the edge is sharp, which, why? Why would you need to do that? Not at all, really. The only other complaint I had was no sharpening choil. But I mean, there's, 1,000 other knives out there that are high quality knives that don't have a sharpening choil, and they just expect you to stop sharpening when you get down near that plunge grind. So, no biggie. I'd rather have one, but it doesn't, so that's it. The action really is crazy. This is a Ray Laconico design. I mean, you can kind of see that in the simplistic kind of nice curved design, contoured scale, just kind of his style. Nice backspace. I think maybe it's G10. I'm not sure. It might be carbon fiber, but I think the backspacer is G10. But just, simple, gets the job done. I think it's a 3.2 inch blade, something like that. So, under 3.5 for sure. Down close to 3. Let's see, size-wise, I brought out some other knives to compare it to. Just the kind of knives everybody has. CRK Inkosi and a small Inkosi. So it's right between those two. Yeah, I know. Very few people have these. Just showing off my buddy's knives. I don't have these damn things. These are crazy. Look at the carbon fiber on these guys. Very similar. A little smaller weave, I guess. But the kind of that similar sparkliness to them. But it's right between those two size-wise. What about weight? Let's see. These guys are not super heavy. Lighter, definitely lighter than the full titanium ones. This guy is considerably lighter than the big Inkosi. Might be about the same weight as a small, since it has, no, it's heavier. Let's get the weights. Let's do the weights just for the heck of it, and we'll see if this scale has batteries. Let's see. It do have batteries. Okay. Let's do the big boy just for the heck of it first. Okay. Oh, that's grams or something. I don't want grams. That doesn't help me at all. Wait, what? Nope. 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 Okay, ounces. 3.9. So about 4 ounces on the big Inkosi. That's pretty light. That is not bad, man. It feels like a pretty light knife for how big it is. Okay. On the Kizer, I think that's probably the middle weight of the three. I want to say right around 3 ounces. 2.96. Woo! Okay, 2.96. I'm going to say this guy is 2.6. 2.2. Wow, way off. This guy is super light then. That's kind of cool for being a half titanium frame knife. Oh, I guess my buddy has his pocket clip off, so it would be another 0.1 of an ounce, 0.2 of an ounce, something like that. All right, well, there's your weights. We got the Gemini in at, what do we say it was? 3 ounces, just about 3, 2.9. So some people like to think about the weight ratios with the blade. You know, you got a 3.2 inch blade, and you got a 3 ounce knife. So the weight ratio on this one is, you would say it was good, and it feels very light in hand. The balance is pretty perfect, I would say. S35 VN steel, so I mean that's that's high quality steel for sure. You know, it's not top of the line anymore, but the difference between it and top of the line is not a lot. Holds an edge for a long time, pretty tough, pretty corrosion resistant. You know, good stuff. How's that flipper tab? No jimping on that, but because of the shape of it and because the detent is fairly light, it's hard to slip off of it. It's pretty good. Fairly polished hardware. The liners look even a little polished, even though they're kind of hard to see except for where the lock release is. Pretty cool knife. Has their Kizer logo there, has S35 VN right there, has a serial number of some kind there, and then a name on the other side, and then Ray Laconico on the spine. So that's kind of cool. Otherwise, just very simple, you know, fairly tall design for the size of it. If you look at that compared to that small Inkosi, it's quite a bit taller. That still feels really good in hand, but I would say the Gemini feels a little better in hand. Although, you know, you could say it kind of has a little bit of a, it feels as light as it is. It is very, very light, and it has kind of a lightweight feel. And I don't think it's necessarily weak or anything. Those liners, if the lock bar is an indication, the liners are fairly thin, but they're thick enough. Boy, that lockup is nice. That lockup is perfect. That perfect like 25 to 30% lockup. Really nice. And no lock stick at all. No blade play at all. I mean, it's really high quality knife for the price. My friend who owns it also owns these guys, so he owns, you know, some pretty high-end knives. So the thought process on the Gemini is something like, I want a knife that's really nice quality, you know, feels high-end, looks high-end, but, you know, if I take it on vacation and it happens to get lost in the luggage, I'm not out $500 to $1,000 on, you know, really nice, expensive knives. So It's a stand-in for really, really nice knives, being a pretty darn nice knife for $100. I think it's 104, 105, something like that. Again, I'll try to get the link down below if it's still on sale. I think it was kind of like on sale. So we'll try to get that for you. Have a nice day.